Good morning, lovely Sindy collectors. It's Frankie here. Nice to see you. Beautiful morning here in London. Lovely and sunny outside. Sindy in the bag here. Oh, she was in the bag. She has got quite swingy legs. And I showed you before how to put new legs in the Sindy doll. And a lot of people asked me about where I bought the rubber bands from that I used to fix Sindy. If you don't have any of these, now these are the elastics, or the bands, the stretchy bands, the original band that go inside the hips of a Sindy doll. But you can't buy these anymore. So I've been testing out some alternatives. So if you enjoy this video, click on the thumbs up button to give it a like. Let me know what you think in the comments and share your opinion, and let me know what other videos you might like to see. You can subscribe, and when you subscribe you'll see what new videos are coming out, and there's a bell button you can click on to get alerts. So let's get started. So I tried several different kinds of elastic to solve this problem. I tried some dental elastic, a couple of different kinds, a thing called dental ultra chain, monkey bands. So they are made of latex, and the pack does warn you if you've got a latex allergy not to use them. But they're just like little bands that orthodontic dentists use. And some hair bands, quite similar, but they're made of different material. It's called TPU, and as you can see they're very, very cheap. I picked these up in the hairdressing section in a local pharmacist. TPU stands for thermoplastic polyurethane, and it's much more easily recyclable than rubber bands, and it doesn't have latex in it. So if you're allergic to latex, these should be more suitable for you. And some string elastic, and the string elastic I found the most effective. Yes, 2 millimeters wide. The string elastic, you have to tie a knot in it, whereas the bands you don't have to tie a knot because they're already a circle shape. The loops, you need to bundle the loops so to make them strong enough. If you just use one on its own, it will snap quite easily. Right, so I think I'm going to try with 3 bands together. That'll be quite strong. So I've hooked the elastic over the pin. 18, 19, 20. So I found it was difficult to work with too many bands bundled together because it just got way too bulky, and I couldn't really maneuver the elastic into place. This elastic, I found the holes were too small, and again it's quite weak unless you kind of bundle it. And the stringing elastic, I found the best solution, but you do have to tie it so it will have a knot in it, which makes it more bulky as well. With all of these different solutions, I found if you've got the right cap on top of the screws in the hip mechanism, you won't need to have such a thick, strong, tight elastic. So yeah, I would recommend going with the string elastic, and I'll demonstrate how to do that. Right, what I've realised with this Sindy, with the swingy legs, is that I think possibly the ball joint caps that I put back in were the wrong size, because I've just compared that one to that one, and to me this one looks bigger. So I'm going to try again with these other caps. They are quite different, so I'm going to experiment. I'm going to try this one. That one looks neater. It looks close, like the hip, the leg's not sticking out so much at the hip. I think that's better. The legs dropping a little bit, but I think that's good. So, in conclusion, it's not just the elastic that matters, it's the shape of the hip cap that matters as well, and stopping the hips being swingy and making her able to lift and hold her leg up. So if you have any spares, perhaps buy a second-hand Sindy online and plunder the cap from the other Sindy. But it does help when you've got a stash of them, and I managed to find a small enough one. So now I'm going to show you how to put the string elastic inside the Sindy doll hips. I bought some new screwdrivers today. I found I was struggling with these mini screwdrivers that I recommended before. When screwing the legs really tight, I found that I couldn't get enough purchase on with the screwdriver because it was just too small. There wasn't anything to really grip at the top. So I bought 2 screwdrivers, and they are size 0 and this one is size 1. They have two. And this is the UK, by the way. They seem to have two ways of sizing the screwdrivers. This one is 60 millimeters, 3/8 of an inch. Unscrew the legs. Remove the cap. Push out the pin. You can pull it out with a pair of pliers. Remove the screw on the other side. Remove the cap again. Pull out the pin. Well, this one's easy to pull out now. You can see how that was really wearing thin on the edge. So here I have doll stringing elastic, and I'm going to thread it through the hip cavity first, then lay it down over that leg and push the pin over the elastic like that. Here's the loose end, and then I'm going to thread it through the body, so you can see that. And now I'm going to screw the cap back on the leg. Make sure you've got the right leg, by the way. You don't want to thread it all up and then discover that you've got the left leg on the right side. Make sure that's secure and pull it through. Position her doing the splits. Make sure you've got the elastic so it's not twisted. And then put the pin over again, over the elastic on this side. There we go. Now you need to tie that as tight as you possibly can in a knot. see how that feels. It needs to be a little bit tighter. I wonder if I can tie it when the cap is on the top. Yep, should be able to. That would give me a better indication of whether it's secure enough, tight enough. Now I've got an issue with my cap there, it's not laying flat. Push that in better, good. There, so that's all neat now, no gaps. And I've still got my elastic ready to tie. I think I'll open her out in the splits again. And then I can really get at it. I've left quite a long tail on the elastic so that I've got plenty of hold on it. Just tie that as tight as possible. I've put 3 knots there. That's as tight as it's going to go. It'd be quite good if you had a someone to help, because you could hold it as tight as you could while the other person... I'm not quite sure what the other person could do actually. I'm just imagining if I had 4 pairs of hands it would be easier. Right, this time I'm actually going to cut the elastic. So if it's not tight enough, that's too bad, I'll have to cut it off. I'm manoeuvring her to get those ends hidden. I think I might try doing the elastic double and see if that is stronger. So I'm threading the pin over 2 strings, double string. Should have threaded it through first, because now I've had to cut the elastic. Making sure it's not too twisted. Same on the other side. Put the caps on. Too much of an end there. Just try and get all those loose ends hidden under there. It's quite a battle. So I hope that was really helpful, guys. I certainly learned something during that process, and hopefully that's been conveyed clearly enough to you guys, and that you'll have some luck fixing your Sindy dolls. So it's bye from us both. See you later.